All right, this is Dr. Eric Jensen. My first question is, how can somebody receive AIDS or HIV?
Usually that's with direct contact with body fluids is how that occurs. To put it in a most blunt statement, I guess that's about how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can somebody's life change after they are diagnosed with AIDS?
They have to be a little more cognizant of their relationships with people. They also have to be a little more aware they're going to be taking drugs on medications on a regimented basis a little more frequently. So their life kind of evolves around making sure that they're medicated, they're taking the medication. They also, this one's yeah, that's what I said. They have to be a little more cognizant of their relationships, and talking with the other sex or whatever sex.
Making sure they know.
Yeah, and the HIV also works on the immune system, so they have to be a little more wary of certain types of cancers that they can acquire. I've seen a couple patients with most cancers that would not normally occur unless they're HIV carriers, and because it affects their immune system, they have to, they're gonna be a little more wary of colds, pneumonia, that sort of thing, because their immune system can't fight it off as well.
Okay. And I guess you kind of just answered the next question, but do STDs make having a relationship a lot harder?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I've never had one, so
Yeah.
But it's the best analogy that I can come up with. It's like bad luggage. You never get rid of it. Once you get an STD, it's with you for life.
Yeah.
And so it's and most of the time kids don't think about that. I know I didn't when I was growing up. But going through medical school, you learn to be, it's just the education part. You become a little more aware of these things are dangerous, not, pretty bad.
Yeah. How can somebody treat an STD if they would get some?
It depends on what the organism is. A lot of times it's antiviral medications or antibacterial medications.
Okay.
Penicillin, that sort of thing.
And my last question here is, if somebody else knows that person has AIDS, do you think they would be treated differently than if they did not have AIDS?
From a cultural perspective, 20 years ago, I would agree with that. Today, I think there's enough education about it, and the realization that AIDS, you can still have a relationship with someone with AIDS and not acquire the disease. Now, intimate relationship, that's something that's a little different. Again, because if you're exchanging body fluids, it's entirely possible to acquire that. Just what's the word I'm looking for? A non-sexual relationship. Certainly, that would be fine. I think the people with AIDS are a little more readily accepted today than they had been years and years ago.
Okay.
When it first came out that was back in the 80s.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem.